Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Book Brood, and welcome back to my category journey. We took a break for November, for Nano, for Thanksgiving holiday, all of that. But we are back now, and we're back in a big way. We're coming at you strong. I am super excited for our next book. This is a debut Harlequin, debut author as well, and this book has been getting so much buzz. People are saying, how is this a debut? This is amazing. So look out for the career of our featured author, Jadesola James, and we're reading her Harlequin Presents, redeemed by his New York Cinderella. I came across this one obviously on Twitter, just through the grapevine, and just being on the category journey, it came across my radar. I watched some live shows where Jadesola was a guest, and she just seems like an amazing person, and so been so excited to get this one on the roster, and here we are finally. So let's go ahead and get into it. Chapter 1, we have Lawrence is our hero. And can I just say, I love that name. I love the name Lawrence. It's great. So we're off to a great start already. He's our regular business. Well, I can't say regular because no one's a regular in a presents, but he is a businessman. He's approaching that billionaire mark. He's worked for it his whole life. He's always meant to get there. He's come from means, so he wasn't impoverished, but he's definitely trying to just, get up there with the top echelons of economic society. And he's getting ready for a big event that he's putting on with his business partner, and he's got to schmooze a new client, and there's a lot weighing on tonight. We start out with him having dinner alone in the hotel restaurant where this big event is going to take place. There's only one other person there, and it turns out to be our heroine. They don't interact there much. They make a bit of eye contact here and there, but so she does something so ballsy here. I know it's a chapter 1 thing, but I'm not going to spoil it because it was just beautiful. It was such a beautiful moment of what Kitty, our female main character, does in this restaurant scene. It magical. All right, we're not even like halfway into chapter 1, and already this is a great book. And then we flip perspectives. Kitty is going to show up at this event, but she has not been invited, and she would not be the type of person that would be invited to this. She is not from that socioeconomic bracket, but she has apparently made a career of getting funds directed towards charities by pretending to be part of the upper crust and just schmoozing donations off of people, which, pretty cool. She ends up at this event, and she didn't get the best look at Lawrence in the restaurant, but she was intrigued enough to try and go talk to him at this party. But chapter 1 ends, apparently they know each other by the fact of what Kitty did in the restaurant. She's poked a bear. We don't quite know the size of the bear yet, so I'm going to quickly go on to chapter 2, and I will check in with you there. All right, I have finished chapter 2. So we're at this event. We've got a brief but tense interaction between Kitty and Lawrence, and he kicks her out. Can you believe it? I know she's not invited and everything, and she might have charged hundreds of dollars to his room, but, apparently they know each other. Now, he kind of recognizes her, but he hasn't connected the dots. She left, was able to make a bit of an escape, but Lawrence is in a bit of a pickle now because he was reminded that he was going to bring a date to a lot of these events coming up. So we have a beautiful situation forming here. Not only that, at the end of chapter 2, Kitty and Lawrence were outside this hotel, both trying to get some air because it'd been a very, very dramatic night and there'd been intense emotional interactions. In case that wasn't enough, something else happens that's going to just change everything now and leaves us on another cliffhanger. So I will check in after chapter 3 when I have more on what's going on. All right, everyone, I've finished chapter 3. We had a calm moment after the big event, and our two main characters got to have a moment to get to know each other a little better. But we got some very cute, awkward interactions there, and a new side of Lawrence coming out a bit. We also got a bit of backstory, which was nice and I feel like perfectly timed too. And then there was the beautiful cherry on top. I can just tell this book is building to something really great here. So I am anxious to move on, and I will check in after chapter 4. Hello, everyone. I finished chapter 4. It didn't go in the direction that I wanted it to. That's fine. It's not my book. And I will say that this book is magnificent, even just 4 chapters in. Things did not go as planned. There were some second thoughts involved, and that was their downfall right there. They should have just gone with their instinct and just carried through with that. But anyway, I'm getting distracted, and I'm focused on the wrong thing here. Okay. So maybe cooler heads prevailed, and we can debate whether that's good or not. But something happened. Again, something always happens at the end of the chapter, and I love it. It just shows what a wonderful book this is that these chapters round out this way. Lawrence took a liberty there. He was thinking on his feet, maybe not the best thinking, but he took a chance. It might pay off. It might not. We don't know, but we do know that Kitty's probably not going to be nice about it. So that's where we are now, and I am excited to get to some drama that's going to be in chapter 5. So I will check in after that. Hello, everyone. I'm back, and I have finished chapter 5. We found out that Lawrence figured out who Kitty is. He remembered her from the past, too. So they're on an even ground of knowing who the other one is. We also got some backstory into the tumultuous situation that involved the two of them when they were younger. So, as always in these Presents novels, the layers get peeled back, and it was good to know. But of course they didn't share with each other. You know, they're just like, well, I'm just gonna be secretive over here and not tell you what I'm actually feeling, and the other person's over here just like, well, I'm too proud to admit that I've got some strange feelings for you, and my nature has taught me to be suspicious of everything. So we got a lot of that going on, which is fabulous because that's why we're here. That drama is just, it's everything we crave. So at the end of the chapter, we were left at a bit of a crossroads. We don't know how it's going to move forward. We are left with these two feeling very confused and conflicted about their feelings. That is where I'll have to leave you for now, and I will check in after chapter 6. Hello, everyone. I have finished chapter 7, so I skipped one in there, so sorry about that. So I'll try and catch you up here. We have an arrangement now. So because Lawrence made some poor in-the-moment decisions, well, they're not going to be poor in the long run. It's gonna work out. But they're gonna have to do the fake relationship thing, and it's terrible. It's awful. It's the worst thing ever. My heart goes out to them. I feel so bad. I feel so bad that they're gonna have to pretend to be in love and a loving couple, and it's awful. It's awful. My heart goes out to them. We had kind of a first date with them. It's really more just she went to his office, which was like this luxury building thing with all these doors and Snap 2 assistants and everything. They realize that they're gonna have some problems keeping things on the level. So it's gonna be very, very interesting how this all plays out. And we've got some tension here too, because they know who each other are, but they're still keeping some secrets and everything. So that's everything's getting ready to really blow up here, and it's gonna be magnificent. So I will check in after chapter 8, and I will let you know where things are. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I have finished chapter 9. I had to take a bit of a break there. I was doing this book plus the Season for Category vlog read-through, and it was too much. I was trying to do them back and forth, like a chapter at a time, going back and forth between chapters. I was enjoying both stories, but I wasn't tracking them closely enough, and I realized I wasn't giving them the proper attention that they needed and not enjoying them to the extent that I should. So I put one on hold. Unfortunately, it was this one, but we're back on track now. We're focusing now fully on this book, and I'm going to try and finish it up here. We have the fake relationship, I suppose, in full swing now. We had a first event, and then there was a bit of a time skip. And as much as both of them don't really want to admit it, They're both enjoying it far too much. And we're enjoying it quite a bit too. We're the ones having the most fun here on this side of the book. Not sure quite what else to say without spoiling things. And I did come in about halfway through a chapter there. So, but like I said, we're back on track. So I will check in after chapter 10 and let you know how things are going. Hello everyone, I'm back and I've finished chapter 11. And the theme of what's happening in the last few chapters is there is a build-up to some stuff that we're very excited about. We're very thrilled about, and it builds, and so far, it builds and we're left hanging. So there's some feelings I'm having, some just do it already feelings, some, get over yourselves and get to business. Anyway, that's enough of that kind of thing from me. These two have discovered by some strange way that they're not as awful as they think they are. The preconceived notions are falling away as they get to know one another, and it's been really sweet so far to watch that happen, and then also fun too to watch the pullback when things don't go as smoothly as we would like them to, as we would hope they do, but this is presents we're talking about here, so we cannot spare the drama. It would be a crime. So I will check in after another chapter or so. Hello everyone, I'm back and I've finished chapter 11. Let me tell you about this. They were put themselves in a situation, circumstances brought them to this situation where the two of them, Kitty and Lawrence, both had to face their past that they shared together. It had very charged moments, had very intense moments, ups and downs, side to side. Like, it felt like a emotional dryer, or it's like the chapter's the dryer, the emotion's the laundry, and then you're inside the dryer as well as it's going on its full cycle. And boy, that ending, I can't decide if I'm upset. I'm a fan of the truth coming out and everyone having the same information. I like honesty and coming clean, things like that. But timing is so key. But could the timing have been any better? I don't know. Jadesola's got our emotions in her hands like putty, and we're just, like life, we're just along for the ride, and we're just going to have to see where it goes from here. So I will continue on. I'm going to try and finish the book today. So on Twitter, there's going to be a lot of noise, but that's just how it is. So I will continue on and I will check in later. Hello, everyone. I'm back and I've finished chapter 12. I've had a lot of 1 step forward, 2 steps back, 3 steps forward, trip, fall on her back, fall on her face. There's been many combinations of that, but that's kind of been the progression so far. And it's been lovely, but it's like lovely in that frustrating way that you just want it to work out, but you also love the drama. So that's where I'm at right now. Some great things did happen in chapter 12. I've kind of found that chapter 12 is a notorious chapter. Not always, but quite often it is, and it was in this case. Some nice things happened, but not quite in the way Lawrence wanted them to happen, ourselves included a little bit, though. I mean, there is something to be said about how things happen, but anyway, I can't go into that any further. These two are denying themselves. They're very much denying themselves their feelings. They need to get their heads on straight, but we know they're going to come to it in their own time. So heading into chapter 13, we'll hope for some forward movement. Hope that the rocky parts are over, but I'm probably wrong here, and that's all right. I'll be satisfied with how it turns out. I know I will. So I will check in after chapter 13. Hello, everyone. I'm back, and I finished chapter 13. And I will just say this. I think I would like the Kitty treatment when I am kidnapped by a almost billionaire. When it comes to be my turn, I think this boat approach is good. I'm liking all that's going on there. On a more serious note, there was some opening up that happened, and we got to see a little deeper into Lawrence, and that's a big deal. it's a big deal here. He doesn't do that for just anyone, and he did it for Kitty, which is adorable. So now we've got emotions, feelings, lives on the line here, at least love lives. So now I will have to see how things proceed in chapters 14 and beyond. So I will check in after a few. Hello, everyone. I'm back. After chapter 14, these presents have these moments that really, really just make you wanna. Some people would need ice cream, others would need like a good workout or walk, meditation. There's all sorts of options of things to do to try and deal with things like this when they happen in these books. I choose to pace about my house and scream into the void, making my cats think I'm pretty weird. That's what I typically do, and that's definitely what this last chapter did. That's how things are going here right now. But in all seriousness, things are very serious in this book right now. Everyone's been opening up, and it's easy when everyone's vulnerable for feelings to get hurt, and just there's a lot going on. I'm gonna hope it gets better. I will check in after chapter 15, maybe do some yoga or something like that, even myself out, and I will check in then. All right, everyone, I finished chapter 15. We had a wonderful moment that I don't know how much I can tell you about it, but there is a common trope in romance, or was common enough. It is older ones, the older romances that I've read that I've seen this more often. It's the vilified ex. That could have easily been a thread in this story. Instead, we did not get that, and it's a trend that I actually have been seeing more lately and appreciating, because I think that's a much healthier thing to put out there, and also just a thing that I enjoy myself a lot more. And that's what romance is all about, is finding about what you enjoy. But we see some hope. There's some light here. Lawrence has righted the ship, if we will here, or is working on it. So I will probably check in at the end of the book now at this point, and I will let you know how it all turns out, or how I'm feeling at the end. You know I'm not going to spoil anything for you, so I will see you there. Hello, everyone. I'm back, and I have finished Redeemed by His New York Cinderella by Jadesola James, and it was fantastic. It was absolutely lovely. There were some very tense points in there, some very hopeless points, but it was interesting that you weren't mad at the characters for acting any specific way or just being ridiculous about a situation or miscommunication or anything like that. It was just emotional weight that needed to be dealt with in its own way, and it was wonderful. This was such a well-structured book, and the characters are lovely. And I don't book Girlfriend much, but my goodness, Kitty has a special place in my heart, so I will be keeping this book close with me for a while. I really want to thank Jadesola James and congratulate her on her debut novel, and wish her the very best on her career going forward. I know it's going to be a bright one. Thank you to Harlequin Books, Mills and Boone, and everyone that follows along in my category journey. We've got some more coming up. It's still, as of filming this, December. I don't know how much we're going to be able to get through, but I will keep trucking along, as I was saying, and we'll just get through what we can. But thank you, everyone, for joining me on this journey, and enjoy your own reading journey, and I will see you in the next video.